All right, this is Hyperbolas part 2. Sorry, I ran out of time to finish this video. It only gives me 15 minutes. So we're going to do writing the equations in part 2 notes. So the basic equation, remember, is either x squared over a squared minus y squared over b squared equals 1, or it's going to be y squared over a squared minus x squared over b squared equals 1. So that's going to be the two general forms. We need to decide which one it is. If it starts with x squared, it opens left and right. If it starts with y squared, it opens up and down. So we're going to look at the information that it's been given, and I included a graph here because it'll help us decide. So the center is 0, 0, and then the vertices are going to be 0, -5, and 0, +5. Because these are the vertices are on the y-axis, that tells me that this is going to be a hyperbola that's opening up. The general form will be this one, starting with y squared first. That means that these vertices, this is the a. These are my a's, my -a and my a. So then if a is either -5 or 5, a squared will be 25. Then my foci are always, remember, my c values. So my c values, so c squared, if c is -13 or 13, c squared will be 169. I need this c squared value to help me solve for my b squared, because I know my a squared, now I need to find the b squared. So since the hyperbola is minus in the middle, the equation I need to use to find my foci is going to be a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So a squared was 25 and c was 169. So if I subtract 25 on both sides, I'm going to get b squared equals 144. So my equation is going to be y squared over 25 minus x squared over 144 equals 1. So that's writing the equation of the hyperbola given the vertices and the foci here. Another example, this time it gives me my asymptotes and my vertices along with the center. So my vertices, if I look at my xy points, these are on the x-axis this time. So that means that this hyperbola is going to be opening left and right. If it opens left and right, that means that it starts with an x squared. So it's going to be a general form of x squared over a squared minus y squared over b squared equals 1. I don't know why it says shift there. Okay, so this is going to be my -a, my a, so my a squared is going to be 16, since a is 4. The asymptotes, remember, that's my slope of my line, 3, my asymptote, that's the slope of that asymptote. So the center's at 0, 0. A slope of 3, 4 will be up 3, and then to the right. So I'll be up 3, will be right here, and to the right 4. Oops, I went too far. Or down 3 to the left 4. Or up 3 to the left 4 and down 3 to the right 4. So that would make my box. That's helpful because it gives me where my other 2 points are to make the box, which end up being my b values. So b is 1, 2, 3, or that would be -b, and this b would be +3. So that means that b squared will be 9. So my equation is going to be x squared over 16 minus y squared over 9 equals 1. I could go ahead and find my foci by doing a squared plus b squared equals c squared, which would be 16 plus 9 equals c squared. So 25 equals c squared. So the foci in this case would be at plus or minus 5, 0, those points. So 5, 0, and negative 5, 0 would be my foci. And then the asymptotes here, I could have my full graph. The graph in this example is mostly just to help us find the equation. This is an extra example. It gives me my foci as these points, negative 2 square roots of 5 and 2 square roots of 5. So that's my C and my negative C. And my vertices are on, in this case, the y-axis. So that means that this hyperbola is going to be opening up and down, which means that it's going to be y squared first. So this is my a value. So that means a squared will be 16. This is my c value. C squared is going to equal whatever 2 square roots of 5 squared is, which is 4 times 5, which is 20. So then a squared plus b squared equals c squared will help me solve for b. So 16 plus b squared equals 20. So minus 16 on both sides, and you'll get b squared equals 4. So that's what goes under the x squared then. And that's my equation. And we are going to skip that example. So that will be all for this video. If you wanted to go ahead and find the asymptotes, you would have to think about putting these 2 points on here, because your b would be 2 if under the x is 4. You'd make your box here, and your asymptotes are going to be these dashed lines from corner to corner going through the center of 0. So this one will have a slope of 1, 2, 3, 4 over 2. 4 over 2, or just reduces to slope of positive 2. And vice versa, this asymptote then will have the slope of negative 2, the reverse of that. Since they both go through the origin, you can use the point 0, 0 for your x1, y1. So your asymptotes are going to be one's going to be a positive 2x, and the other one's going to be negative 2x. These are the equations of those asymptotes for that. All right, that's all for writing equations.